I'm so excited that Matt Rife is going to be in our country, Abu Dhabi, October 27th. The ProbleMATTic World Tour is officially coming to the Etihad Arena. Matt Rife, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Are you excited to come to the UAE?
I'm very excited. I've been once before for production of a movie back in 2021, and I just fell in love with it. It was so much fun. I didn't get the amount of off time that I wanted to like really explore the city. So like I'm looking forward to like really sinking my teeth into the culture and everything you guys have to offer. I'm so excited.
Are you going to do like a few days here or are you quick?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna come in a couple days before, stay a couple days after, and just try to get to enjoy myself. It was so much work last time I was out there. Now I'm happy this time I get to mix a little bit of work and pleasure.
Okay, that sounds cool. The ProbleMATTic World Tour, what can fans expect when they come to a Matt Rife show in Abu Dhabi?
I would expect an intimate experience. I feel like my shows really just feel like one big group hangout where we can laugh at all the things that we're not really allowed to laugh at in public. There's bit of stories. We'll do a little bit of crowd work, and we hear it's a brand new show from both my Netflix specials that people may have seen before. So if they want to brush up on what they might see, as in like the type of thing they might want to see, maybe check out either special on Netflix or either any of my ones on YouTube for the type of humor that you're going to expect. But it's a completely new show.
That's awesome. Okay, we have to talk about the Netflix special because I have to give it to you. Lucid, I think,
Oh,
is brilliant because crowd work, I feel, is one of the hardest things for anyone to do. And correct, obviously, I'm not a comic, but I feel like when I'm watching a comedian, I feel like, gosh, that's hard because you don't know how the joke is going to land. You don't know how the audience is going to respond. You don't know where the conversation is going to go. And for you to do a whole special for the first time ever on just crowd work, what were you thinking?
I just wanted to try something new. It is high risk, high reward, right? And I do agree. I do think it is one of the harder things to do because I mean, don't get me wrong, the art of stand-up is the reason why it's hard is because you have to go create these jokes and craft them and mold them over months and months, sometimes years working on them. So like that is so hard, but to do that on the fly just kind of speeds up that process by, a thousandfold. But you never know what you're going to get. Don't get me wrong, it's not 1,000% batting average. It's sometimes you get some duds. Sometimes you talk to somebody that you just can't pull the humor out of that conversation, that situation. And luckily, I wanted to take a chance on something that people kind of, I guess, know me for. Is kind of niche to me and something I didn't do at all in my first Netflix special. And I was like, well, while I'm building the material and the set for the next special that I want to do for Netflix, why not do something I can do anywhere, anytime, and try something that hasn't really been done or produced by Netflix before? And I'm super lucky it was very well received. So thank you.
Oh no, that's awesome. Now, one of the ways that I discovered you was TikTok. Um,
Of course.
right? And I know, okay, so your relationship with social media is interesting. I've seen a lot of your interviews where you say you're not the social media guy, but I feel
Ah,
like was social media the pivotal moment in your career? Would you attribute it to that?
it absolutely was. The irony is so deep. I have no problem ever voicing that I hate social media. I think it's terrible for humanity and for us as people. But as somebody who was able to buckle into it and dive in and work hard to kind of crack the code in it and capitalize off of it and capitalize off of the good that social media can do for somebody, especially creatively and artistically. I do have to thank it. But there's still no replacing a live show. You know what I mean? Like no clip, no comedy special ever replaces the energy of a live show. So that's why I think people can really expect in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100% agree. The energy in a crowd is completely different. And I love earlier you were saying, come to my show. We'll talk about things that you're not really supposed to talk about outside of a stadium. And we were talking to Bill Burr not too long ago.
Oh, he's
And
great.
yeah, he's amazing. But he's also very like, let's talk about things that we're not supposed to talk about outside the stadium. And we got talking about like, how comedy kind of shifted a few years ago as far as like quote unquote, I hate the term, but cancel culture, I have to call
Oh
it
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But he was like, that's done. We're done. Comedy is back to its kind of like heyday as it was before. Do you agree?
I think so too. Yeah. I think that the pendulum swung too far and too many people cried wolf. the idea of canceling something makes sense if somebody's done something so horrific that they should be in jail for it. Yes, but it shouldn't tiptoe into comedy. It's words in
Yeah.
jokes with purely the intention of just bringing joy and laughter. That's it. And that's not for you. Change the channel. It's that easy. So I
Yeah.
do think it's back. I think you should be able to say whatever you want in comedy, as long as the intention behind it is good and it's creative and funny. I don't see any reason why you can't say anything. And obviously funny is subjective, but I have a very specific audience and I love them. That's who I play to. I don't try to convince people to like me who don't want to like me.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, I think a lot of people like you though, Matt. Let's
That's
be
sweet.
real here.
Thank
Let's be real here. Okay, comedy heroes. Who are your comedy heroes? Have you met all of them? Is there someone left on your bucket list?
I have two stand-up heroes, and I actually just met the second one. Dave Chappelle is my number one. Both being from Ohio, I grew up watching Chappelle show and all of his specials. We became good friends about 2 years ago, and then I've had the privilege of performing at his comedy club and his cornfield shows in Ohio. Actually, just went and performed for his birthday there about a month and a half ago. And then I just got a chance to meet my second one, Ricky Gervais, in London at one of his like workshop shows about 3 weeks ago. And he was just the nicest, coolest, funniest guy.
That's awesome. I saw that picture on your Instagram. See, on social media.
Did
I
you really? Oh,
saw
thank you. Thank you.
See, on social
Yeah,
media.
he was the coolest. And those are also two other comedians who obviously believe in freedom of speech and freedom of comedy creativity.
Yeah.
And they get a lot of flack for it, but also people love
Yeah, but they're legends in the game, and I feel like you're kind of hopefully you're on that trajectory too, I'd say. I think you're building that really cool fan base when it comes to it. I love also one other thing is this true? You were performing at a comedy festival with a friend of yours, but you weren't invited, but you just
it.
kind of showed up, and it was a clip from that went viral. Is that right?
No, 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 no. It wasn't from that. That's when I posted that video.
Okay, that's
That
when you posted it.
How did you do that? How did you get fireworks behind you?
Do I have fireworks?
There was magic on the screen. Did it not show up for you?
No.
Oh, there was like fireworks coming out of you. Was that your aura? Was that just your magic energy
That
via
was the
Zoom?
magic energy of the UAE
Oh
projecting
boy.
towards Matt Rife.
I'm sorry. Back to your question. Um, No, the video was from probably 2, 3 weeks prior at a comedy club in Phoenix, but
Okay.
I was attending a comedy festival I was not officially invited to at the time that I posted it. So I hate that that kind of got lost in translation. But yeah, both of those things are true though. One was it was a clip, and I was at a comedy festival that I wasn't invited to.
But I love that because that shows grit. And I feel like that's cool. Like you knew you wanted to do comedy. You're going to do it. You're going to find ways to perform. And now look at you. Now they probably invite you back in there. And you're like, I'll see if I'm free.
I'll see if the schedule can fit it in. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. It's
Okay. So
awesome. I've always believed in working hard and creating your own opportunity.
heck
I
yeah.
just wish I would have known this is how it was going to happen. I could have skipped a few steps.
That's okay. Hey, but the steps are what make it cool and give you like the stories, right?
Enjoy the journey, right?
Exactly. And okay, so I was doing some Googling and there are like some frequently asked questions about Matt Rife that I would love to try to get to. And there
Okay.
is, can I just say, there is a variety of things that people are really interested in. Like it
Oh
really
God.
varies. it,
Okay.
it really varies. Starting with, does Matt Rife work out? I don't know why that's a very curious question, but there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, every day. It's kind of the thing that like keeps me sane on tour. It's pretty much the only 1 hour out of my day that I have every day, like actually to myself, that I can just kind of decompress, focus on me, kind of calm down the mental health chaos of balancing meetings and shows and writing projects. Yeah, I love working out. I think it's good for your mental and physical health.
Yeah. Okay. Is Matt Rife an actor? You did mention you were in the UAE to film something.
Yeah, yeah. Acting is probably what I'm most excited about for the future of my career. We have a lot of things coming up in 2025 that we're going to work into our new tour schedule that'll be announced later this year. Um, I love it. I love acting just as I'd say just as much as stand-up. Stand-up's just always been my bread and butter. I've been doing it since a much younger age. But I love the creative expression in both of them equally.
Okay.
It'll be fun to play another character besides just myself on stage.
Forgive me if this is a terrible question, but is it more comedy you're drawn to or drama? Like, what's your vibe when it comes to that?
I kind of prefer the realism of drama a bit more because like stand up or sorry, comedy is like it's very first nature for me. I've been doing it for so long and so many nights for so long that drama is so out of my comfort zone. And that's what I love about it the most. Like I find that to be the most challenging and the most expressive. I feel like I'm pretty cheerful and I get a chance to be funny every day, but it's like how often do I get to sink my teeth into something dramatic and serious?
Yeah, that's cool. They say comedians make the greatest dramatic actors because it just works. I don't
We'll
know.
see. I'll try not to ruin that.
Don't ruin it, Matt. It's going to be on you. That's going to be the next Google search.
It's a lot of pressure. I know.
Okay, what is Matt Rife's height? People are wondering.
I'm 6'1". I
6'1".
got very lucky.
Okay, and this is you know what question's coming. This is the number one question that gets asked about Matt Rife. Is Matt Rife single? Literally, yes, I'm not kidding you. Yes? Okay.
I am, yes.
What's Matt Rife's type? What are you looking for? What are you looking for? Are you looking?
I'm definitely not looking. I'm definitely not looking.
Okay,
I'm focused. I'm focused very, very much on myself, my health, and my career right now. I just want a good person with a good heart who has a good sense of humor. That's really the bare bones. Everything else after that, I think is subjective, and I just want to get to know you, but not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon. However, we just did this on our show recently where they said Virgos are the hardest to love. And my friend, you are a Virgo.
You know what? Comes with the territory, okay? I bring a lot of fun, therefore I'm going to bring some difficulties as well. Yin and yang, right? Got to find balance. I'm okay with that.
Don't get on the ride if you can't take the thrills.
Maybe you just have to earn my love. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm not hard to love. Maybe I'm hard to get. We'll see. We'll see.
It's not going to be too hard. He's going to be here, Matt Rife, October 27th at Etihad Arena in Abu Dhabi. Grab your tickets at livenation.me. I'm going to leave you with one last question. I think for a lot of the young comedians, I think they look up to you, especially through social media. They discover you. Any advice for young comedians who are using social media, who are trying to do what you're doing right now?
Ooh. Unfortunately, content is key. As much as you have to write in your stand-up to build your hour-long set for your show, you got to find some kind of content to post. If it's not crowd work, a podcast, you have to have some kind of content to get in front of the faces of people on their screen. Like I said, that could be internet sketches, that can be podcasts, it can be something in your stand-up, it could be a crowd work. I see a lot of comedians doing stuff with like relationship stuff on stage now. Something expressive, something creative to get that creative battery going for you that you enjoy, but also gets you in front of people on the internet. Because fortunately and unfortunately, that is the world we live in today. So you just got to be on there. You got to be on the sites.
Love that. Heard it from Matt Rife yourself. Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Enjoy your time.
I'll see you soon.
Virgin Radio.